Number 18, which function does not have a set of all real numbers as its domain? Now, y'all know what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you to graph them. You know, domain is what x values work. X values you can plug in. So when it says, what is the domain of function? What x values are you allowed to plug in to get an output? Pause the video, graph them. All right, got them graphed here. I got the graphs hidden. Let's look at one at a time. All right, letter choice A. All right, this graph is continuous. It's gonna, it keeps going. It's very steep. It's an exponential function, and it does keep going right as it goes up. So there will be no x values that don't exist. The whole domain is all real numbers. Answer choice B is a different story. Notice right here, right at -3, there seems to be a gap. It's not continuous there. In fact, it's got a vertical asymptote of x equals -3. That's because if you plug in -3 into that denominator, you will get 0. So watch this. If I plug in a -3 in for x, it says undefined because of this denominator. -3 plus 3 is 0. You cannot divide anything by 0. Okay, dividing by 0 gives you an error. You can divide by 1, you can divide by -1, but you can't divide by 0. So when you plug in -3 into here, you don't get an output, right? It's non-existent. And that's why you see that vertical asymptote. This is vertical asymptote is an imaginary line that the graph approaches but will never touch or cross over. So that's why when you draw it, you lift your pencil, you go to the other side and you draw that part. So it's going to be B. That's not existing. -3 is not part of your domain. So therefore, your domain cannot be all real numbers. We can look at the other ones here. That's going left and right forever. With cosine and sine, you want to make sure you're in radian. So click on the wrench, hit the radians. As you can see, that's going on left and right forever and ever. So it's just going to be this one right here. Can't plug in -3. I'm going to write that here. You can't plug in -3. So it will not have all real numbers as your domain.